Hi there. Welcome to my channel where we talk about spiritual, emotional health. And usually this is directed to just being an overcomer, just to have having a good success, being able to manage and fulfill our calling. We need to be emotionally and spiritually healthy. I know we don't talk about that in church, but we do. Practically, we do. Because if we don't, we are going to find that we're going to be sabotaged, self sabotage, or even other people who sabotage us, the enemy who sabotages us. And what I mean by that is that if you don't deal with your anger, it's going to affect your business, it's going to affect everything. But anyway, I don't want to preempt it. Today I want to talk about how we get stuck. And a lot of people, most people that I talk to, they really feel stuck and they don't know where they got stuck. Sometimes they blame on the most recent thing, maybe they're grieving or maybe they're going through divorce. But to be honest, most of the times we get stuck because there are so many other layers that we have neglected in the past, layers of emotions, layers of experiences, bad, good experiences, but mostly bad, because what gets us stuck is unhealthy emotions. And so I just wanted to give you, there are many, many, many layers, but I want to just talk about four things that you should really pay attention, because if you don't, then you find that the emotions, the thoughts attached to these emotions, they're going to build up and then you're going to find you get stuck. And the first one I want to talk about is anger. We ignore anger, or we control it or deal with it in the wrong way. I'm not an advocate of anger management. I'm an advocate of you dealing with your anger, or us dealing with our anger and overcoming it. Um, and if we don't, and let me just give examples of how you may know that you're angry, because a lot of us are angry, but we are covering it up because we don't want to deal with it. If you're sarcastic, if you are passive aggressive, if you are frustrated, if you feel like you're hostile, all those are indicators that you're angry. You may not be the type that blows up and shows people anger, but nevertheless, that's something that you're not dealing with. And spiritually, anger is connected to feeling alone, abandoned, not loved by God. Yeah, so those are the things you need to watch for. I can't exhaust them in this video, so I'll leave that there. So you need to deal with those emotions, okay? And we've talked about how to deal with these emotions. It's when you don't ignore them. For instance, when you feel frustrated by somebody or some situation, don't just let it go slide. Just ask yourself, why am I frustrated? Why am I hostile towards this person? Deal with it. If you don't, it's a layer. Okay. The other thing I would like you to watch is sad. And if you don't deal with anger, you start becoming sad. You feel depressed. You feel hopeless. You feel lazy physically. You sleep a lot. You're not thankful. There are all these other things that now it's another layer, right? Building onto the anger, because you didn't deal with the anger, so the sadness has kicked in. And you, again, also this is connected to spiritually, to feeling not knowing our identity. Actually, that's the root. And of course, all these things also are rooted with trauma, right? Trauma, things that traumatized us and we didn't have the skill set to deal with when we were children, or even when we were adults. And so, yeah, so sadness is one. Deal with it. When you feel you're not happy, you're constantly just low, moody, complaining, all those are signs that you are not happy. And you need to deal with it. You don't need to cover it up, or just go and do your nails. Like we ladies, we just go for shopping, we go do self-care, the physical, which I'm not saying don't, but that's not going to cut it. That's not going to overcome your sadness. You need to deal with it. So that is an area. The other area is if your relationships are not working out. So a lot of times, this is really common. People that are not happy and they are sad. And usually, when I'm doing coaching, I'll give you a checklist for you to know the extreme of your emotions. Okay, I'll put all these feelings you'll be feeling, and if you check more than a certain number, you know that you're sad, just like they do in the doctor's office. But anyway, if you don't check your anger and your sadness, you find that your relationships will not be working out. You'll transfer those same emotions that you have not worked on to people that you're relating with. If you're a mother, if you're a father, if you're a parent, you're going to find that you are yelling at your kids, you're frustrated at your kids, you are complaining about your kids. Same things you didn't deal within yourself, you project them to other relationships. And this relationship can be between parents and children, can be romantic relationship, can be in a marriage, can be friendship. So you find that every relationship you are in, you have frustration, you have anger, you have similar things. You need to ask yourself, if that is happening with every relationship, what you need to know that it's coming from you. Stop blaming the other person. We are so good at blaming other people, and quite honestly, that's how we get stuck, because we are not dealing with ourselves. We are there judging other people and thinking about them instead of thinking about ourselves. So anyway, the last thing I wanted to talk about, other than relationship, now relationship is a whole seminar, it's a whole workshop on itself, because how relationships now are affecting life in general. Families are breaking, children are killing their parents are frustrated with their children and all that. So anyway, the other thing I want to talk about is fear. And actually, fear should even have come at the beginning, because the enemy paralyzes us with fear. Again, it's related with trauma, right? Somebody traumatized us, and now we are afraid to be rejected. You are afraid to fail. We are afraid of what people say. We are afraid because we probably have a damaged self or self-image, or we have distorted self-image. And so what happens is that we are afraid of everything, and so that affects the way we relate to people. We are afraid to be intimate. And so we end up being lonely. We are afraid that God doesn't love us, or won't accept us, or will abandon us, or he loves other people than us, because we have that distortion, and which is fear-based. So you need to deal with that fear. I've said that many times. We don't feel our fear. The spiritualized people, you end up hearing them casting the spirit of fear, which I'm not saying you shouldn't, but you also need to deal with the emotion of fear, because even if you cast the spirit and the emotion is still there, the spirit is gonna come back. Okay, yeah. I feel like this was a quick video, because I know people don't like long videos, but I just wanted you to know that if you're stuck because of so many other things, not just what just happened. Recently, as most of you may know, I lost my mom, I lost my sister within 3 weeks. And honestly, I felt stuck. But thank God, it didn't last that long. The severity wasn't that bad, but I was really stuck. I was like depressed, like literally very depressed. But I think because I had been working on my emotions, other emotions, I've been working on fear, I've been working, so it was easy for me to bounce back to my normal life. Some people get stuck and it's so hard to get back because they have not been dealing with any of their emotions in the past. And that's this video is for you, that you don't want to get there. Or if you're there, then you need to get unstuck. And you may need a therapy, you may need coaching, you will need everything. You'll need so much. You need prayer, you'll need a accountability partner, you'll need that, but it's a journey you need to take. Because do you want to get stuck for the rest of your life? Don't you want to enjoy life? Okay? So I'll end up here. I end up this video here, and hopefully it will help somebody. Okay, it helps somebody, and yeah. Please subscribe, like, comment, and also DM me. There's a lot of things I'm doing in my business that is different. I can update you. Okay. Thank you so much though for the support in this YouTube channel. God bless.